Hello everyone, my name is Christopher, and in this video I'm gonna give you tips for every single support in Overwatch 2 so you can have more fun, rank up, and enjoy playing Overwatch again, or a lot more than you do now. We start off with Ana, and I think people don't quite understand how to properly use her left click, as well as they make mistakes with Nade. When it comes to your left click, I highly suggest you to heal your tank with your hip fire shots, which are unscoped, right? And then when it comes to squishy, you can always jump shot and quick scope, right? You need to always understand how to mix these styles in each situation. Sometimes you need to follow up a few shots on a squishy to finish him off and help your team. Sometimes your only option is to spam your hip fire because you are at the risk of dying. Always play corners, always play cover, and this way you will stay alive for longer. When it comes to your nade, ideally you want to use it offensively. It means that if you throw it, enemies will have harder time staying on the position of their power. Enemies will have harder time shooting you back, because when you use it defensively you just don't have any option to, you don't allow your teammates to initiate and follow up on that play. So what you usually want to do is you want to throw a nade, and if your teammates are under attack you completely forget about the nade because you already threw it, and just focus on keeping your teammates alive, because at the end of the day you will never be able to have more impact by shooting yourself in comparison with allowing your DPS to do it for you. When it comes to another tip that I would like to share is the fast reload. So you wanna reload and you can throw a nade, and this way you will cancel your reload. Maybe this way you will be able to save your teammates. When it comes to Baptiste, of course you need to understand how to use his heal plus damage properly, and the best way you can do it, like pro players do it, is like they 2-tap, they heal, 2-tap, heal, 2-tap, heal, right? I understand that it might be extremely overwhelming, as Baptiste has to be one of the hardest characters in the game, like easily top 5, right? So you would go for something like this. You shoot, and then you apply heal. You shoot, apply heal, and it's incredibly difficult to do so, especially if you are new to Overwatch, right? Or you are not especially high ranked, or you are not proficient in aim. So instead you can go for 1, right? And the difference between you landing that amount of damage and just heal botting is night and day, trust me. When it comes to other abilities, I don't think there is much that I can share with you in terms of Baptiste tips, although for 95% of the situation, I think you should place the window for yourself. Use it selfishly, get on an off angle, get on a high ground, and use the window to get a pick or to make opponents give up their positions of power. When it comes to Brig, I think it's not about how you play the character, it's about who you play the character against. When it comes to Brig, if you are playing her into rush compositions, if you are playing her into brawl compositions, let's say there are dive tanks, of course Doomfist, Winston, Wrecking Ball, right? And maybe D.Va can be called a dive tank. When you are playing against Doomfist, D.Va, Winston and Wrecking Ball, Brigitte, if you have a main healer, is the best second support you can possibly get. But when you're playing against Reinhardt, you will quickly realize that you can't really come close, you can't really reliably spam your whip shots, and your value overall decreases, because on Brig, I don't think many people understand how her heal works, so let me explain that in a second. So what you will see is, of course, when you shoot something significant, like maybe Wrecking Ball mines or a character, you trigger Inspire. How do you do it? What is exactly Inspire, right? So many people think that this is a Lucio aura, that if you trigger, it's gonna trigger, but this is actually line of sight based. So if I'm hitting that guy, if I see this guy, he's gonna get Inspire, right? Is he gonna get Inspire? He's not in range, but you got my idea. But if you're hitting a guy and he's behind the wall, even if he's in range of Inspire, he won't be able to get the healing effect from it. Or will he? Am I stupid? Never mind. So, when it comes to Brig, I think it's important to understand that you want to take her only excuse me, only against dive characters like Genji, characters like Tracer, and your main combo should be something like this. So you wanna left click, you wanna cancel it with shield bash. So left click, shield bash, left click, whip shot, right? Left click, shield bash, left click, whip shot, and this way you will be able to kill a 200 HP target because of your magnificent powers. because of the threshold that they added. So before, Brig was able to deal only 190 damage a combination, right? But now she's dealing 200 exactly. So you'll be able to kill off a squishy target if you are lending your abilities properly and they are not healing in some way or another. When it comes to Illari, I think it's important to understand when to flank and when to stay main, because of course, when you are playing Illari, this is a flex healer, so you need a main healer to keep your team alive. Because if you're playing Illari Mercy, you're just gonna have a lot of heal for one player, and then your heal is gonna be very range dependent. So I can't heal a person that's right here, right? I would just not be able, even right here, it will be a problem for me. So you really don't want to play Illari when you have like Mercy, Lucio, Brig. It's just going to be a very bad composition with little to no healing, right? When it comes to Illari, your main job is to place a pylon for yourself and hit a flank. Try to distract or destroy the backline. Try to make sure that they are either looking at you or running away from you, or you are killing them. Only this way you will be able to get value on a character, because as you can see, this is a poke based character, so if you are not dealing damage, you are not useful. Especially considering the fact that they completely nerfed her healing, so if you would just want to try to stay main and heal like you would do with Ana, you will fail miserably, right? When it comes to Kiriko, again, you have the same thing with Baptiste, like 1, 2, heal, 1, 2, heal, 1, 2, heal, right? 1, 2, heal. Okay, I understand that this might be extremely difficult for you if you are like below master's level, so but just try it out. This is way easier than it sounds, way easier than it looks to be. 1, 2, it doesn't even need to be headshots, right? Because it's quite difficult to land headshots on squishy targets, and tank will never be able to feel it, so why would you even bother, right? So 1, 2, boom, 1, 2, boom. Another thing you can do is when your team is healthy, you can also hit the flank as well. You want to make sure that opponents are being distracted. You are a great tool versus Widowmakers, you are a great tool versus, who else is there? Squishy characters that really rely on standing still. Probably Ashe, if, let's imagine that this character is Ashe, it's not gonna be a problem for you to 2-tap her, especially if she's just standing still and being chilling, right? Oh, I don't think there is much more I can say about Kiriko. Maybe this wall climb, right? When you can just like wall climb and then perhaps hop around it, but it is very minor. When it comes to Lifeweaver, the main thing you need to focus on is not overcharging your shield, because, or excuse me, flower, because in Overwatch there are certain damage thresholds. For example, there is a damage threshold for the Genji dash. Like at some point you will quickly understand that if a person is like right here, Genji dash is gonna kill him, right? So if you would spend your time overcharging your flower for 70, of course your teammate is gonna get more heals, but who told you that your teammate is gonna be alive by the time the flower is gonna get to him, right? So you would wanna aim for like 50 to 60 on your flower usage. This way you will maximize your healing per second, because every single second of you, what the hell was that? Every single second of you going for 70, you are missing out on a healing that you never did, because every single millisecond of you standing at 70 is a wasted opportunity to keep your teammate off a certain damage threshold, if that makes any sense. When it comes to other things, you can save your teammates from sleeps, you can save your teammates from a ultimate, from grab, from all kinds of bad things with your platform, right? Also make sure to be in a position to heal all the time and be in a position to life creep, because I see so many Lifeweavers are going like, don't forget, you are pretty much the only healer character in the game, so there is just like pretty much no need to really use your thing. You can also place your tree on a platform if you want to, but it's like, that's meh. And I'll probably step on it. No? Am I stupid? Never mind. Oh, by the way, another thing that no one knows about is that you can cancel your tree and trap enemies with it, right? So when it comes to your ultimate, obviously, if you don't have anyone benefiting from it, cancel it. Cancel it. You will get your ultimate faster that way. You will be able to get another tree faster than it would be standing for the whole duration. When it comes to Lucio, I don't think you need to really understand anything mechanically. You just need to understand who are you playing with, because when you are playing Lucio, you are taking Lucio for certain tanks, and certain tanks are gonna be Reinhardt, obviously. You can go Reinhardt, Mei, Sojourn, Lucio, and Baptiste, or maybe Ana, right? And this way you will have a composition where everyone likes to press W, everyone likes to brawl, and hence this is why it's called brawl composition. You can go for another composition with Lucio, such as Junker Queen, Kiriko, Lucio, and then you can go for same stuff like Mei, maybe I could go Genji, it doesn't really matter. And the way to play with these two tanks are pretty different. When you are playing with Reinhardt, you wanna prioritize your healing stuff, right? So you just wanna stand with the team, you are a 5-stack, and everyone is being healed by maybe Baptiste, and everyone's being healed with Lucio. But when it comes to Junker Queen compositions, you just wanna speed, because she's gonna avoid so much damage that you will never be able to heal that amount of damage, if that makes sense, you know. So use your speed amp, make sure that you communicate your speed amps. It's like 3, 2, 1. This is very, very nice. If you have no idea how to access that, you go to, where do you go to? You go to Lucio, you go to communication, and you go countdown, and I have it on G. I have a very terrible joke for, never mind. So this is everything you need to know about Lucio. For the combination, I think you want to aim for like if you are up close, I see so many players make the same mistake. So you shoot once, character is not exactly dead, and you boop him away. It's gonna make it harder for your teammate to hit him. It's gonna be harder for you to hit him, right? So you wanna like go for stuff like this, right? Double tap and then boop and melee, or melee boop. Mercy, 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 mercy. I don't think there is anything I can say about this character. I don't play her that much. I think Mercy is more for the feminine type of people, whether it's gonna be men or women, because they wanna they wanna take care, they wanna caress, they wanna support. I am of a type of dude that likes to like headshot. This is why I play Illari instead of Mercy. I think with Mercy, it's very important to really... No, what's the opposite of punish, right? You want to really support the aggression of your teammates. It's really nice if you will be able to damage boost the Reinhardt Fire Strike. It's gonna be very nice if you will be able to damage boost Moira Orb if there is no one to damage boost, because so many times I see that you think that you need to stand with one person and just damage boost them while other players are pressing cooldowns. That would be enhanced by your blue beam, but for some reason you're just not doing that. As well as with ultimate, I see so many Mercy players are just holding for it, holding on to it. It's not that deep. Just press it when you have it, right? Moira, one of the easiest supports to play. I actually have so much fun playing her. It's really easy. When it comes to the jump, I really like doing this. So instead of jumping like backwards like this, and it creates so much more distance between you and teammates or opponents, I'm sorry, you can create something like a WADS kind of shape, and you go like this, and this way you are still in the range, but you will be able to throw your opponents off, because they'll be like, whoa, where is he, maybe behind, maybe like right here, and you're like, you know. So it's something like this, right? You will be able to perform a super jump while staying alive. always make sure that you are throwing an orb before you're going for coalescence. This way you'll maximize your damage output, and when you are going for coalescence, of course you have to prioritize every one of your teammates staying alive instead of trying to DPS. When it comes to your overall playstyle, I think on Moira it's incredibly important to like the higher you climb on Moira, the more you will realize that you just can't TikTok Moira anymore. Your team will need your things, so make sure that you switch up between them. And last character for today is gonna be the worst support in the game, perhaps the worst character in the game. Incredibly easy to kill, incredibly easy to dive, incredibly easy to, like, I don't know, the Zenyatta is like garbage at the moment, especially because of the Discord orb changes that they really need to revert. He was just a shell of his former self, especially like it takes 1.5 seconds of LOS to get rid of it. So it's like 1, 2, boom, it's gone. Like, again, higher you climb, more people will understand how to work around that. I think with Zenyatta, the rule is very simple when it comes to like right click versus the left click. So when it comes to right click, you want to right click when you don't see an enemy. Maybe you're pre-firing the corner, but when you see an enemy, only left click. This way you will get more DPS, but right click will allow you to one-shot enemies, especially the ones that never expect you there. Also, not many players know that you don't have any footstep sounds on Zenyatta, so perhaps with the recent changes to healing orb, you can actually place a healing orb on your teammate and hit a flank. Maybe you will get the bot through the wall. Yeah, maybe you'll get a few picks out of that, or perhaps distract opponents. But like, you ask your mom for Illari, right, for Christmas, and she says, but we have better Illari at home, and better Illari is this garbage called Zenyatta. So anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. See you in the next one. Take care.